Let's be honest. When someone pulls away after you've shown them your heart, it leaves a scar. It's easy to think you were too much, or that you should start hiding again. You've seen the patterns. You've felt the weight. Now it's time to stop bleeding for people who wouldn't even hand you a bandage. Healing isn't just about letting go of them, it's about finally choosing you. And it starts by recognizing who they are before you hand over your heart. Because protecting your peace means being honest early. Here's what you can do about it. 1. Recognize your worth. First and foremost, remind yourself every day that your value is not defined by how others treat you. You are worthy just as you are. It sounds simple, but it's the hardest thing to truly believe after you've been used, overlooked, or taken for granted. You start asking, what did I do wrong? Or, why wasn't I enough? But the truth is, your worth doesn't shrink just because someone failed to see it. Sometimes, people fail to treat you right not because you lack value, but because they lack the capacity to honor it. Think of it like this. A diamond in the hands of someone who doesn't understand its rarity will treat it like glass. That doesn't make it any less of a diamond. Here's what recognizing your worth looks like in real life. You stop over-explaining yourself. You realize that people who see you won't need constant clarification to respect your boundaries. You stop chasing validation. Instead of begging for crumbs of attention, you begin to sit at tables where you're fed emotionally, not starved. You stop blaming yourself for other people's inability to love. You start to understand. Someone not loving you the way you deserve says more about their emotional maturity than your lovability. Affirm it to yourself daily. I am not too much. I've just been giving to people who weren't enough. My softness is strength, not weakness. If someone can't handle my love, that's not my failure, it's their limitation. You can't heal while believing you were the problem. Start healing by remembering this. Your worth doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see it. It's there, constant, unshaken. And when you stop looking for proof of it in others, you begin to find peace in yourself. 2. Set healthy boundaries. I know it's hard. Setting boundaries takes practice, but it's one of the best ways to protect yourself from being used or undervalued. Boundaries are about respect, both for yourself and others. Setting boundaries isn't about being rude. It's about choosing peace over pressure. It's saying, I will no longer abandon myself to keep someone else comfortable. But if you've been used to being the giver, the helper, the one who's always there, setting boundaries will feel unnatural at first, maybe even selfish. You're not selfish. You're healing. Here's what setting healthy boundaries actually means. It means saying no, even when your heart wants to say yes. Because you know that saying yes to others while saying no to yourself leads to resentment. I'd love to help, but I can't take that on right now. It means letting people deal with the consequences of their actions. You don't fix everything for them anymore. You don't carry guilt that doesn't belong to you. I'm here for support, but I can't be your solution. When you start setting boundaries, people will test you. Especially those who benefited from your lack of them. They'll say, you've changed. You're acting different. You used to be nicer. But here's the truth. You did change. You started choosing yourself. And that's not wrong, that's growth. Remind yourself. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors with locks. I choose who gets to enter and how. I don't have to be available to everyone all the time to prove I'm a good person. People who love me will respect my no as much as my yes. Boundaries don't push the right people away. They only push away the ones who were there to take, not cherish. Set them, keep them, protect them, and watch your life shift. 3. Withdraw your energy quietly. When someone doesn't value you, try pulling back your energy slowly. No need for big confrontations or drama. Distance helps people realize your value, or it protects you from being hurt further. You don't always need a dramatic goodbye. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is step back silently. When someone repeatedly overlooks your worth, when they only show up when they need something, when you're always the one calling, checking in, making plans, that's your cue. You don't have to beg. You don't have to explain. You don't have to fight to prove you're good enough. Just pull back. Gently. Quietly. Without announcements. What pulling back your energy can look like. You stop double texting. You stop initiating conversations that never get effort in return. You stop over-explaining yourself to people who aren't listening. You stop pouring into connections that only leave you drained. You simply give less, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. Why this matters. When people are used to your emotional generosity, your silence becomes loud. They notice when the energy shifts, when the daily check-ins stop, when the patience runs out, when your presence becomes a memory, not a constant. And that's when they may come back, saying, "You've been distant lately. You don't seem like yourself. Why don't you talk to me like before?" But by then, your peace has already returned. Because distance doesn't just teach others about your value, it reminds you of it too. This is not about playing games. It's about protecting your spirit. You're not cold. You're no longer available for one-sided effort, emotional confusion, or temporary attention. You've decided to reclaim your energy. And that's the first real act of healing. 4. Focus on healing. Spend time healing the emotional wounds that come from being hurt or used. Healing is a process, and it can be painful, but it helps you build strength from within. Being used, betrayed, or overlooked doesn't just leave disappointment, it leaves invisible wounds. Wounds that don't bleed but ache. Wounds that whisper, "Maybe I wasn't enough. Maybe I'm too much." Healing isn't just about getting over it. It's about facing the hurt, feeling the pain, and still choosing to move forward without hardening your heart. What healing can look like. You cry some nights, but you still show up for yourself in the morning. You reread old messages, not to go back, but to remind yourself why you won't settle again. You spend time alone, not because you've given up on people, but because you're learning to enjoy your own peace. You catch yourself about to shrink or overextend, and you pause, and choose self-respect instead. Healing is messy. It's not a straight line. Some days you'll feel powerful, other days, broken. That's okay. Why healing matters. Because if you don't take time to heal, you'll keep repeating the same painful patterns in different places. You'll keep overgiving, over-explaining, over-loving, hoping someone will finally stay. But healing teaches you this. You don't have to break yourself to be loved. You don't have to prove your worth to be chosen. And you don't have to carry pain to feel connection. Here's the truth. Healing isn't about becoming who you were before the hurt. It's about becoming someone stronger, softer, and wiser because of it. Someone who knows. I deserve to be chosen without begging. I deserve peace, not pressure. I can walk away from what hurts and still be whole. And most importantly, you learn how to be your own safe place. 5. Surround yourself with positive people. Find those who uplift and respect you. It's okay to let go of toxic relationships, even if it feels lonely at first. Letting go of people who drain you is hard, especially when you've spent so long trying to make things work. You tell yourself, maybe if I give more, maybe if I'm more patient, maybe they'll change. But deep down, you know, love shouldn't leave you feeling unworthy, confused, or empty. Toxic relationships don't always look toxic at first. Sometimes, they come wrapped in charm, laughter, shared secrets. But over time, they chip away at your self-esteem, leave you second-guessing your worth, and make you question your standards. Why surrounding yourself with positive people matters. Because healing isn't just about what you walk away from, it's also about what and who you walk toward. You need people who speak life into you when you're tired, respect your boundaries without making you feel guilty, celebrate your growth, not compete with it, stay consistent, not only when it's convenient for them. Yes, the transition may feel lonely at first. You may find yourself in silence more often. Your phone might stop buzzing. You might eat alone, walk alone, even cry alone. But here's the secret, that loneliness is temporary. It's clearing space. Space for peace. For real love. For aligned friendships. So give yourself permission to Walk away from what confuses your spirit. Say no without explaining yourself. Choose environments where your softness isn't seen as weakness, but as strength. Because when you surround yourself with people who truly see you, value you, and uplift you, you'll wonder why you ever settled for less. You are not too much. You've just been in rooms too small for your spirit. If you're tired of feeling used, if you're tired of being the only one who gives, explains, forgives, and holds it all together, then let today be the turning point. You are allowed to choose you, to protect your peace, to rebuild your self-worth from the inside out. This journey of healing, reclaiming your energy, and setting real boundaries, it's not easy. But every step you take toward wholeness is a step away from what was breaking you. The kind of love and respect you deserve starts with the way you choose to love and respect yourself. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.